Hey, what's up YouTube? ZBA Bayside here, and I went from my amp rack box to an amp rack that you could use that is inexpensive. I'm using 1-inch wood screws, using 2x4 or like 1/2-inch plyboard sheet. I wanted to switch out my amp rack box, and that's everything I used. Used tack glue to hold it together, and then I pre-drilled the holes. Didn't really like the amp rack box, so I would have did a video on how I did it, but couldn't hold the camera and do it all. This is how I thought it out. There's the amp. Those little holes are gonna be under here. The wires are gonna be tacked down to this, not with glue or anything, just so none of the wires aren't touching each other. Still gotta figure out what I'm gonna use, but that's how I thought it out. Like, it's kind of similar to the amp rack box. Got the amp rack right here, amp, bass enhancer, and the voltmeter. But I couldn't really figure out how I was going to do the voltmeter part, so I measured it and then made it into one part. But yeah, the paint is weighing down the metal support sheet because it's two pieces, so there were longboard plyboard sheets, and I couldn't make one whole one, so I used two separate ones. Here's what the top looks like, pre-drilled, so the 1-inch screws don't fall in. I picked the right drill bit, and then you'll see glue just seeping through. But I marked out where it was first sitting, and then I just put half and half right here. And this is everything you can use that is very inexpensive. I got this wood for free. I got it off my dad because he works in construction, so he picks them up, asked me if I wanted it. I said yeah. It's sitting there for about a week, and then looked at my amp rack box, didn't really like it, so I built something similar, but it's all gonna be a lot better than a really flimsy dresser drawer. The bass enhancer is going to insert here, and the voltmeter is going to insert there, so I can read the volts from the amp, so I'm not overdoing it. If I'm dropping volts from my amp, then it's a bad thing. And then these little ticks here, I measured out how big the amp will sit right here, and like this way too, so I did both ways. This is pretty easy and simple. It wouldn't really cost that much to do this, and this is going to be sitting in front of my subwoofer because this is the only amp I have for now. But I could make another amp rack after I get a bigger, powerfuler amp, one that has higher RMS and low distortion. It's the main things you gotta look out for. Well, here it is, guys. This is my new amp rack. It's gonna be for my JVC amp, the monoblock that I have, the little electronics on here, bass enhancer, voltmeter, so I'm reading the volts from my amp, so I'm not gonna fry it, make it catch on fire. I'm not sure if it's possible for 500 RMS, but could be. Oh yeah, here's the support for the first two sheets. And here's the second support for the amp. Why is it double seated? Well, these outside screws are getting supported by this, and it's pretty solid. Did a little error there, got a little splinter, but the other screws are holding up. Like it's not gonna break or fall off or snap. If it does, I'll refix it, put a new piece on there. It's not breaking or nothing. There it is. Took me about like half hour to write the specs, schematics, whatever the fuck you call it. Just drew it out, came to thought right away. I was like, wow, I need to really get rid of that fucking dresser drawer, the amp rack box I called it, and actually use wood, because that amp rack box, the dresser drawer, it's not as solid as this. If I did that, it would have probably broke, because like the screws go right through for the amp on that dresser drawer, and it's pretty flimsy because that shit was only for like socks and other crap. But yeah, if you enjoyed my video, give a thumbs up, leave a comment if you liked it. If you like the things I'm doing for cardio on myself, I'm doing this all by myself, like no help. And subscribe, because I got more to come. I got my vehicle build to come. Well, yeah, let me know what you think. I don't think I've ever seen a flat removable amp rack before, because a lot of people that do it, they build the amp rack once they get their vehicle, but I'm doing this so I could just put it in, take it out, move it around, find a location for it. It's pretty sturdy, weighs about 8 pounds now, all the wood that's built together for it. Well, yes, like what I just said, hope you enjoy. Just gotta find out what my next video is gonna be about. Maybe another bass test, I don't know. But yeah, stay tuned. Peace.